Hey everyone. Well, you see me using my phone during estate sales and yard sales, and anytime I'm thrifting or I'm outsourcing of any kind. This is the best tool you have. It's a computer in your pocket. It's better than, I can't remember how many times better than the computer that actually sent men to the moon. This is your best resource. So I'm going to show you how I use it. Okay, let's start with this one. This is a unit that I bought a while ago. It's got $2 on it, and it's I actually paid I think 75 cents for it. So the first thing you're doing, you're in your estate sale, your yard sale, your thrift store, what have you, and what you have to figure out is the price you can get it for, as opposed to the price you can get it. I'm sorry, the price you can get it for, as opposed to the price that you can sell it for, minus the time that you're going to be involved in packing up, cleaning it, fixing it, that kind of thing. So with this item, I started off with, first thing you do, you look, and there's usually a label, and there it is right there. Usually a label someplace that tells you what it is. So one of my cool little tricks, I used to carry a loop with me, but since I'm hard of seeing, I can use my phone as a magnifying glass. So I take a picture of it, and there you have it. It's a T609T. Okay. The reason I take a picture of it, I don't always take a picture of it, but in the case that I'm going to have to go back and look at it again, it's kind of difficult to get to, I usually take a picture of it. It's a little less annoying. So first thing we do, we go to our handy dandy eBay app. All right. And then we search. This is let's see, I already have it in here. Timex T609T. Bam. So we have one person who's selling one for $55. Now, I actually got this with the speakers, but let's just say I didn't. Okay. This is good to look at. This is not what it sells for. That's not what it can sell for. This is what people are offering, which is important to look at because you can see about what price that you can put it. You can put it lower. You can see how many are listed, what the average prices are. Once you do your research and figure out what your profit margin is, then you can figure out, hey, I can probably offer this for maybe 45 bucks and I can sell it faster than this person. But let's see what it actually sells for. So you go up to filter. I go down to sold items. Now we'll get to completed items in just a second. The other thing I do is I know this is used, so I'll put the condition as used. Now there's other things that you'll do. You might go up to category. Let's say it's a music or something like that, or a jacket or something, and you don't want to search all of the jackets. You just want to search men's jackets, extra large. Or let's say there's a book that someone put out about Timex, DVD or CD player with a digital clock. You don't want to search through all that kind of stuff. So you go to the categories and you find the category that's going to be closest to you, and that's going to help you quite a bit. So once you get that, you hit done. And there, it shows me there's only actually 2 have sold in the past 90 days. And it shows me what they sold for. So this one sold for $19.95. This one sold for $27.95. Well, what's the difference? The shipping is pretty close. This one's $12.09. This one's $12.99. If you're in New York and you're shipping to California, that might be a little bit more. Or if you're shipping to, let's say, Jersey, it might be a little bit less, but that's a good average. It looks like what people are shipping for. This one right here was or best offer. There's a chance they might have taken a best offer. You can't really search that on your phone. You can on your computer. This one didn't. That was the price that they set, and that's what they got. So this guy might have priced his low and sold it for less, or he might have taken an offer on it. So that's pretty much searched this way. Now let's go up here. Let's hit filter, and let's get rid of the sold items because I want to see how many have been listed and for how long. So you see the ones in green are the ones that have sold. The ones that are in red are listings that have ended without being sold. So you see this guy that's selling his for $55. He's actually had it for at least a month, and it didn't sell. So you can see how many are listed. If there was 1,000 of these, let's say there was 20 of these, and 15 of them keep showing up every single time they end. Then I can see this is a long tail item. This is something that's not very popular, or I can actually sometimes see that one person has multiple items and he keeps selling those same ones. So you can figure out, is this going to be worth my time? Well, the average that I'm looking at here, let's go with the lowest, $20. So if I paid 75 cents for this and I could sell it for $20, the shipping's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be fast to package up. We'll have to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be really, I've got to be careful this door doesn't pop out. Mostly you can't take an impact on each corner. So I'm going to have to make sure that it's padded really well. So if the box gets dropped, that, the unit doesn't take the impact of it, but it's not going to be too crazy. So, you just have to figure, is $19.25 a good enough profit for you? If it is, hey, let's pick it up. Next, we're going to look at this Country Weekly magazine with Garth Brooks. It's a very young Garth Brooks. I actually have this because I think there's an article about little Jimmy Dickens in here. So I didn't actually buy this. This is part of the commission that I'm actually trying to move on to somebody else. But let's look it up. Let's try a different kind of search technique. Let's come up to our phone. Let's hit the camera. And let's just take a photo. So we're going to take this guy. And we're going to get it so it's framed in, which I know you can't see, but... Okay. So I took a picture of it. There's the picture. I'm going to hit OK. And let's see what pops up. Well, as it looks like, it's got, let's see, 3 million. 3 million, because all it did is it just recognized this particular one as a magazine. So that didn't help you a whole bunch. So let's try a different one. Let's search by barcode. Hit the camera, hit barcode. We'll flip the magazine over to find the barcode. There's a barcode right there. And let's scan it. So that's a little better. It did recognize it was a Country Weekly magazine. There is one of Garth Brooks. There's only 7 listings. So let's go filter it. Well, look. Hey, none have sold. Imagine that. Let's see how many have been completed without selling. Well, we got 12 listings out of the 7 listings. But I'm still not seeing this particular one. So let's actually put this in. Let's put it in by hand. So I think I already have this one searched. No, I don't. Okay. So let's just go Country Weekly, Garth Brooks. All right. Bam. Let's see what comes up with that. All right. Well, we got quite a few more. And then just kind of look through and see if you actually see this particular one. I'm not finding it right now. I am seeing that a lot have completed without selling, so this is not a very popular item, and it's not getting a whole lot. It's $8.25, which is still pretty good for a magazine. If I got a bunch of these and I paid maybe a penny for this, $15 might be worth it. Let's see what's actually sold. $5.99, $12, $4.24, $9, $15. Okay. So that tells me that if I was going to pick this up, and could only get it if I could get it for say 10 cents, and I could make $14 off of it, $14.90. Now this guy has free shipping, so you're going to be paying what, $7 for that. So it's probably not a buy that I would do. Let's try another app. Let's see, WorthPoint. Now, WorthPoint is a paid subscription. I think it costs like around $40 a month. It's one of those things, it searches the whole internet, and it will search beyond the 90 days that eBay stores. So for unique items, things that you can't find other places, it's a great resource. I don't use it a whole lot, but when I do use it, it really pays off. Now they do have an app, but for some reason the past year, I haven't been able to get that app to work right. So I always just go to my browser, and let's just enter this in. Country Weekly, Garth Brooks. And let's see what WorthPoint has to say. Okay. Well, they've got 28 solds in here. And of course, you can sort this. That's lots and lots. Got $40. This particular one was signed. It got $31. Mine's not signed. If I wanted to get more that kind of money, I'd have to get it signed. For some reason, George Dukas, Lynn Anderson, and Garth Brooks, July 4th, 1995, was a popular issue. It went for $20. This is a premiere issue, went for $20. So this particular one is not worth a whole lot of money, but it's not bad for a magazine though. All right, next is this tin motorcycle. It has a sidecar, and it's got this little rubber guy, which usually is not found. This is about circa 1950s. I bought it for my late father-in-law, and I think it's pretty cool. It is wind up, pretty neat item. When I first got it, it wouldn't really resell for more than like $16. So let's see what it is now. All right, let's go back to our eBay app. Let's try the picture. So we hit the camera. We take a picture, and we pan out, and bam. Let's see what it can do. Good enough picture? Let's say okay. Well, there's 79,000 of the pictures. So you just kind of look through. Let's filter this by used. Condition, used. There's 9,100 of them. So, all right. So I see a few motorcycles. I haven't seen this actual item yet. So this isn't working too much. It's adding a lot. It's got a lot of items that I don't really want to sort through. So let's just for giggles look at sold. Oh, look at this. I'm not sure what happens, but for some reason, when you take a picture, you search by image, sometimes, it's not every time, you don't get the option for the sold or completed. So let's actually put this in. Let's see. This is, what did I say? Tiny tin toy car with sidecar. Let's see what that comes up. Now, I used to know the manufacturer of this, and I don't remember it, and it's not written anywhere on it, I don't believe. I had to do research to find out. So I've got to look up. This one looks similar to it. It's 580. Someone's trying to get 580 bucks. This one is closer. It's 14 bucks. I think that 588 is really out of there. So let's go ahead and move on to the solds. All right. Now here's a feature that I use all the time is I'll go ahead and sort it. There's only 11 items. It's easy to see. But if I sort it, I can separate out things like, let's say it's a printer, and you separate out the cables and the toners, all the things that aren't going to be in your search. If you're looking for a printer, it's probably going to be the higher priced item. So I always start with the highest. Plus, I want to see what people are getting. Like this guy here actually got $295 for his. Unfortunately, it doesn't look anything like mine. $251. Move it on up. So this looks like it's $19. Let's try the other sort. Now, as well, let's say you're doing Carnival glass, and you know yours it's not one of the top names. It's probably not going to be worth a whole bunch, and there's 200 listings. There's no point in going through all the highest. Just sort by the lowest plus shipping. That's also a good thing because you can see what people are getting, but you can also, at the highest price, but you can also see what people are getting. Like this guy here got his for $8.70. All right, and this guy doesn't have a sidecar, so let's look at the $19.99. Well, this guy is obviously not great with his pictures. His white balance is off. It's showing pretty clear images. Looks like to be in about the same condition as mine, so it's a good comp. All right. So then I look at, well, why did it get so much more? And we've got these other ones that didn't. And why did these get so much more? So then you get into, like I said before, like you get into, did they, was it put on auction? Was it done well and they had a lot of bidders? Was it, if it didn't get much money, did it only have one bidder? Because people don't usually find those things. Did they set a price and that was it and people matched that price? Was it best offer? You got the condition. Does it have this little guy, which most of them usually don't? So, okay. So the next thing I'll do also, especially if I don't find it in here, is I will, because I'm lazy, I'll go ahead and copy this and I'll go into my my search bar, and I will paste it. Bam. And then I'll go through the images and I'll look through. This is really good if you're trying to research something you don't know either, because this one gives you the model number. And then you can actually go to the website and take a look at it. Now, you don't necessarily want to go through all this if it's a $15 item, but if you're looking at a $1,000 item and they only want $200 for it, this little bit of time is well invested. So this is Pick, which is a website that ports in information from eBay and Amazon, and it lists on the site. I've had quite a few items that I've found here, and I never was approached to find out. You can actually, if you click on it, it'll take you to the actual listing. I guess they must, I don't know if it's memberships or advertising they pay, but it's kind of cool. I've had artwork that has been listed on websites like this all over the world. When I did a search, I found it just like every other one was my art, and it all linked back to my eBay page. So anyway, that's another way to search things. And let's go over to WorthPoint. Where is that? There you go. Let's go to WorthPoint, and let's back it up, and let's see what WorthPoint has to say. Paste that in there and search. All right. No, 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 not mine, not mine, not mine, not mine, not mine. There he is. They sold it for $36, but it was lotted together with some other things. This one sold for $26 in January 11th of 2016, so it's gone down in value. This one's $22 in the UK in 2013. So if that was the only sale, if it was in the UK, that would be a little harder to figure out. But if it was this $22 one or this $26 one, and it was only in 2016, then I would at least have a reference point to start pricing it. It's as easy as that. So if you like this video, please hit like, share, subscribe, hit the ringy dingy thing so you're notified next time I make a video. And as always, no matter what tune that life plays you, always find your groove. I'll see you next time.